inFamous Second Son had what I felt to be really interesting characters that ultimately fell victim to one of storytelling's biggest obstacles. They were underdeveloped. I liked what I saw from Delsin, Fetch, Eugene, and Hank, but you really didn't get much out of them. Now here we are with inFamous First Light, a standalone separate title featuring Fetch as the main protagonist, taking a look into her backstory. Thankfully, this is a backstory worth visiting. If you've played Second Son, then you should have a good idea of what's going on in First Light. Fetch is being held hostage at Curtain Cave facilities where she's being tested by Augustine. In between testing chambers, Fetch will recount her memories of being on the streets with her brother Brent. The game swaps between these two sequences throughout, and it's spaced evenly. The thing about prequels is that it's often difficult to make them compelling when you already know what's going to happen, and that does hold true here. While everything was expected, I still enjoyed seeing more of Fetch and having her more fleshed out as a believable character. The first few missions start off slow, having the player repeat repetitious tasks just for the sake of having something to do. However, it's the second half of First Light that will really start to draw you in with the expanded mission variety and more compelling plot points. The ending in particular had me on the edge of my seat, and it's something that the player was never told in the main campaign of Second Son. Since you're playing as Fetch, Neon is your only power here, and it does feel more of the same, but it never felt limiting. In fact, it felt more liberating. If making the comparison to Second Son, First Light capitalizes on Neon powers to make it feel more powerful and more weighted. The upgrade menu allows your arsenal to really expand upon what was already a solid foundation of Neon and the original inclusion of it in Second Son. What I really loved in particular about First Light is the sense of speed and immediacy. Performing your light dash across the city is unbelievably fun, as the city is filled with neon markers that give you a speed boost, and when you upgrade to light jumping and in-air dashing, it's just gravy. First Light also has a new round of collectibles to hunt, so dashing through the city trying to reach each collectible is sure to quench any collection lover's thirst. The only real drawback is that First Light only uses the top half of the Seattle map from Second Son. Now, easily the best part of First Light is the battle arenas set by Augustine. Once completing the main campaign, you have access to all the arenas and challenges. There's 3 different arenas and 2 different modes. Rescue mode is where you have to save hostages, and survival mode is just a continuous wave of enemies. These were no doubt a blast to run through, and the difficulty will really ramp up in these arenas. They are all score and challenge based as well, so you will find yourself busy trying to clear everything there is to do. And if you own Second Son, you can even play these arenas as Delsin. All around, inFamous First Light was awesome. Whether you've played Second Son or not, it's definitely worth your time. In terms of content, it rivals Second Son in total playtime, and while Second Son is clearly a longer game, First Light has a lot to do, and you'll easily spend 8 hours trying to complete everything it has to do. And luckily, almost all of it is a joy to play.